Well, Holly joins me now. Really wise words there. Really wise words, because you have, especially when you've got children, as you know, you've just got to get on with it.
You do.
Somehow. You
do. And the children make, we were saying, the children make it easier because they're just thinking Christmas and Santa and all that kind of stuff. And they live in the now. So they're not thinking about the fact Ross isn't here, certainly not at this stage. So that kind of makes it easier on us. It lets us off the hook because we've got something to focus on there.
No, that makes perfect sense. But it's such a difficult time when you've lost someone. I mean, we were just talking about Keith Chegwin there.
And his
family are going to be going through that as well, what you're going through too. And it's those big, big times of year that, I mean, you miss them all the time.
But I think it's somehow
worse.
Yeah, I think as well, because Christmas is so much about family and about being around together, I think that's what makes it harder, that you sort of see everything is based around family traditions and families being together, and then when someone in the family is missing, it just heightens it. It just heightens that feeling.
It doesn't. It was interesting what they were saying there about the fact that you can be with people and still be lonely.
100%.
You could be in a room full of so many people and yet you're still on your own.
Yeah, I think that's so true. And I think this Christmas we've just took it bit by bit. So we're having Christmas with my sister-in-law. We're all going to be together. We're not making a big crazy fuss about things. But I think for me personally, it will probably be New Year's Eve, because we never did anything New Year's Eve. It was me and Ross just sat watching telly. And probably going to bed just before 12, just to be different and just for the sake of it. And so then I think for me will be a moment of, you know, that at that time you're sort of with the person that you love, you know, going into the future, into the new year. And I think probably for me that would be the harder time. That
would be really difficult, because that's the time when you make plans, when you sort of look back at the year and you don't want to look back at
And one of the ladies actually said as well, and this was something I hadn't thought about, one of the ladies from Wootton and John, she said, you know, it will be weird when you have to say he died last year. And it's the years change. It doesn't feel, it feels too soon for you to say that. But yeah, I'll be saying it was last year, and it just, that feels weird that he wouldn't have gone into 2018. That's a new thing. That's something that we have to kind of allowed to sit with us a little bit.
No, that makes perfect sense. And it's that kind of thing of there's no timetable for grief at all. So you don't know. You just don't know. I mean, you're in uncharted waters. You don't know.
I've no idea. And I think, you know, even coming on here to talk about grief at Christmas, I'm going, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I'm just winging it. I'm just trying to get through it. And I don't mean that in it's desperate every day, because it's not. We have a nice life and the girls are excited and there's lots of good things. I just think there will be poignant moments throughout the day when we go, Ross isn't here. Well, definitely when the cooking happens, because...
Did he always do the cooking?
Always did the cooking. Wherever we went, if we went to my family in Newcastle or we stayed at home, it was best just
leave it to him. And then he would do... That'll be it. There'll just be it's just like the space at the table, isn't it? It's the empty seats.
Yeah, we're all just sort of trying to work out, you know, what we do for that. But yeah, the kids are good though, and that's the main thing for me. Like, I think it's good for us to just focus on them, and they don't even think about it. They're just like, it's Christmas, it's a good thing, and they're not thinking about, well, Dad isn't here. Not at this stage. They might.
They might through the day though.
Yeah,
that'll be hard. That'll be really, really hard. I hope you have as good a Christmas as you can, and that somehow you feel that he's there as well. Because there will be, I think there will be a moment when you miss him so much.
Yeah, there's moments. I mean, there's moments every day where we just go. But I think definitely at Christmas, I think there will be times throughout the day that we all, as a family, just take stock of what's happened, and just it will be tricky.